everybody. So, go ahead and do an update. We may or may not notice something that is not behind me. Today, very good news. We have progress. Today, I got some rain, so I could not go to work today. But the trailer shop that's here in town was only open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and I'm usually at work during those times, so I haven't had a chance to get to them. But today I got to them. I got my trailer taken up there, and I'm getting a lot of new stuff. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before I get it back. In the meantime, I'll be working on the sketch and cleaning up the space and getting things ready for when it comes back. But it will come back with new axles. In order to put new brakes on, the axles that were already on there are so old they do not fit any of the new brake attachments. So I have to replace the axles anyway. Since I'm putting new axles on it, I went ahead and went up to the 7,200 pound axle, which means I can build now a trailer house that is 14,000 pounds, and I will have axles, tires, wheels, and brakes that can handle that 14,000 pounds. I don't intend on building 14,000 pounds. Legally, I can only build up to 10,000 pounds, and anything beyond 10,000, you have to have a Class A license and have somebody drive it for you. Whole point of keeping this thing under 40 foot long and under 8.5 foot wide and under 13.5 foot tall is to make it so that anybody could pull this thing in the trailer. So making it out weight class would not be the plan either, but this will be overkill so that anything that's on this thing will have no trouble stopping. The brakes and the tires and the wheels, everything will be rated for exactly what's going to be on there. Also, since they're getting new axles, these new axles will be longer, which means that my wheel wells will not stick into the house nearly as much as they would have otherwise. Also, since these new axles will be straight, the downside of them being straight is that the bed of the whole house will be up a few more inches. The upside of this is that less of the wheel will be inside where the floor of the house is. So the boxes, the wheel wells will take up much less space inside the house than they otherwise would have. So that will make the interior of the house a little bit easier to design and a little bit more comfortable. So we're looking at least 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before I get the trailer back. But when it comes back, it will have new axles. The axles will be moved forward. It will basically be just behind center of the trailer, so the weight of the trailer will be on those axles and not on the tongue, which would be on the vehicle that's towing. So that will be safer for that, and just the house should sit very stable. On those new axles, which will be moved forward, there will be 16-inch wheels with 8 lugs instead of 5 lugs. So that means that each lug has less weight to bear and it's easier to change the tire if you ever need to once the weight is on there. Probably will never need to change the tires because there'll be new tires that won't be getting a lot of highway miles. This will probably be the only set of tires that ever needs to be put on, barring some kind of catastrophe. So things are looking good. By the time I get it back, I will have the cash on hand to get the materials that I need to get started, and we will start by building the deck. Once the deck is built and lined and insulated, and we've got a floor, then we'll be building us a tiny house, and everybody will be very excited about that. So I guess that's all I've got to say here. I don't want to waste time just to make this a long video, but I don't want to not make a video and leave you wondering what's going on. I don't want to leave people in limbo. One more thing I will touch on is the floor. The paint sprayer I used was not really designed for oil-based paints. Paint came out a little gloopier than I would have liked, which means there was a lot of paint dripped on the floor. And now I'm going to use some of this time I've got while there's no trailer to try to get the paint up off the floor, because I wasn't smart enough to spend an extra $50 and put tarps down. If I had put tarps down, then cleanup would have been nothing. But as it is, I need to get this paint off the floor, or I'm going to have to sandblast, or I'm going to have to repaint the entire floor in here. And I don't want to do that, but I'm not going to leave this place destroyed for the landlord that's just not responsible. So learn from my mistake, spend a couple extra bucks on tarps before you pull your trailer in if you know you're going to be painting the trailer, and that way you don't have to deal with the cleanup of the paint. So lesson learned, you don't have to learn. Yeah, so cool. Hit me with any questions, comments. All of you who were telling me that moving the axle forward, I have listened, gone with heavy duty axles, so this is going to be the safest project I know how to do without killing myself budget wise. Now, what did the new axles add to the cost of the project? I was already estimating about $1,200 to get the new wheels and tires and brakes. With the axles on there, that adds another $800 or so. So we're looking at about $2,000. So some people may be wondering, well, you paid $750 for a trailer that you had to do $2,000 worth of work on. Maybe you got screwed there. Well, again, for anybody who hasn't watched all of the videos, or who hasn't, doesn't remember facts, I'll just repeat it for you. When I looked into buying a flatbed trailer for a tiny house, I was looking at $12,000 to $15,000 for a trailer. So even if I spend $2,000 to fix up my $750 trailer, I spend under $3,000 for a trailer that will do the same job that one of those $15,000 trailers will do. So you do the math and you tell me if you think that's good, money well spent. So